There are two ways of learning Japanese. First one is to learn like a baby, and the second one is to learn like an adult. But baby has to grow up. So that is exactly what I'm going to teach you today. How to go from learning Japanese like a baby to learning Japanese like an adult. Firstly, let's explain what is the difference between baby and adult in learning Japanese. Baby needs a parent to survive, needs a parent to feed them, to clean their shit, and same works for a baby in learning Japanese. He needs an app, he needs a textbook. Otherwise, he's going to crash out. He's going to be like, oh no, that's too overwhelming, I cannot do that. He needs an app to make everything clear for him and to schedule his path of learning. Baby needs to be fed by their parents. Japanese learner who learns like a baby needs to get all the knowledge just from an app, so the only thing that he has to do is few clicks. Adult, on the other hand, can survive on his own. He can find his own food, he will search the internet and find his own resources. He doesn't need an app. He has the whole internet of millions of different resources where he can learn Japanese by himself. As you see, adult can survive by himself. He will find his own food, he will clean his own shit. Unlike a baby, Japanese learner who learns like a little baby will miss a day, and instead of feeling guilty and fixing it on his own, the app will say, no, it's alright. Here is a streak freezer so you can maintain your streak. I'm learning Japanese 100 days in a row. I have missed 9 days, but streak freezers, I just keep buying them and I'm alright. Adult would never, and I'm alright. Adult would never be okay with this. He will admit that he made a mistake. He will cut his streak and say, I'm on day 0. And I don't say that there is anything bad about it, by the way. It is completely alright to sometimes cut your streak, to sometimes miss a day, because if you don't think it's alright, you are going to be just crazy. Fuck, I have to do this. And it's not going to be fun to learn Japanese. But when you don't even admit that you did a mistake, then it will be a problem, because you are just a little child waiting for parents to cover for your mistakes. Admit a mistake and then fix it. The reason why this is important is because when you cannot admit a mistake, you are going to be learning slow and you are not going to be getting better. A person learns from their mistakes. The day you miss, you either say, no, it's alright, and just learn on Duolingo, or you will say, oh fuck, I need to get it better next time. There is some reason I missed it. It could be that learning Japanese is not fun enough. It could be that this is too difficult for me to learn and I have to ease up. And this way you can fix the error and get better. And next time you will get even better, and next time even better. And after some time, you won't be missing any days and you will be a master. And the second person who is still learning from the same app, well, if you know me well, then you know what I think about apps like Duolingo or Rosetta Stone. He will not be fluent. He will actually not be fluent at all. Maybe he will still be learning, but it's probable that he will just give up because it's boring and because there is not much progress he's making. Yes, he is on lesson 100 in Duolingo, but Duolingo isn't everything. He just knows the words, but he is here and you are here. If you are a complete beginner, you may not understand what I'm talking about, but you will experience it 100% in your Japanese learning. I started from just learning hiragana on Google Chrome, then I went for Duolingo, and the day I got rid of Duolingo and started becoming an adult and learning on my own, after then I started to get better. And you will experience exactly the same thing. Everybody has to go through this, and you can go through this faster with this video. And if you want to go through this even faster, check the first link in the description, which is my full Japanese course for beginners, where I will teach you exactly how to go from a baby to an adult in the fastest way. Now I'm going to teach you how to learn Japanese pretty fast, even if you don't buy my course. So, how to go from a baby to an adult. As I said, adult feeds himself. What you have to do is to find your own materials, or at least learn how to find them. I did this with just searching on Google, and it is pretty easy. I recommend searching on YouTube because Google will not usually give you audio resources. By food or resources, I mean videos that you can learn from, or a site where you can learn Japanese. Not like guided site, I mean site where different things are explained. For example, Teform. You can search how Teform works and many different sites will explain, and you can choose your own. For a YouTube video, you can search, for example, how ne and yo particles work, and then you can watch the video, and then you can watch another one and another one until you understand perfectly. You are already watching a2 video, so you can imagine what it is like. Now, an adult manages himself. So, with these resources or anything you find that you need to learn Japanese, you can even ask ChatGPT what exactly you need to know to be fluent, and then you can find the resources. Now you need to manage yourself. What exactly does that mean? Well, it means that you will create a schedule, that you will create a plan, or at least that you will choose days or times when you are going to learn. Nobody is going to do that for you unless you are learning from an app. Then you will have the streak which can remind you. But if you don't have an app or textbook, you don't know what are you going to learn, you don't know when or anything. Well, for that, you can have an alarm. You can choose your time, but you can put on an alarm for maybe 5 p.m. Or if you want to learn in the morning, you can do 7 a.m. or whenever you get up. And every time the alarm rings, you will get up and learn Japanese. This way, you will become a responsible adult and you will manage your own time how you want. Of course, there are going to be many setbacks, there are going to be many days where you just miss it, you can't be asked, or whatever. But by this, you are going to learn how to be responsible for yourself, and after some time, you will be able to maintain a streak without an app telling you. Choose what you will learn, choose when you will learn, and when you make your schedule, you can make a goal to learn something, you can make a goal to pass some tests if you want, and then work towards it. I know it can sound hard that you will have to do everything on your own, but the thing is that with an app you will be slow. And when you do things on your own, you can choose exactly how fast you are going to be. Now, last part of becoming an adult is to grow. Find resources, get better, and recognize when your Japanese level has went up. And when it has, you have to make it harder. For example, if you are learning 5 kanji a day, if you know what kanji is, it is the special characters, basically the hardest part of learning Japanese. You are learning 5 new symbols of Japanese alphabet a day. Well, after some time, it can be easy for you. And if you realize you actually want to learn more, just do it and go for 10 kanji a day, or even 20 if you really like the language. Learn new forms, choose new way to learn. After some time, you will be able to read Japanese books. You can consider this, just ordering one and learning from it. If you implement this correctly, you will learn a million times faster than Duolingo or textbook learners. You are going to be a completely different person than them, and of course, you need to know when you grew up enough to implement a certain thing that you wanted, as reading books could be, for example, or watching Japanese movies without subtitles or with Japanese subtitles. Implement these things and your Japanese is going to be outstanding. It's alright if you didn't understand some things I was talking about, because if you are a beginner, you cannot imagine how it feels to be learning slowly because you just started learning. But with Duolingo, I felt like I'm just going like this. But if you implement my advice, you can learn like this. Of course, if you put enough time in, because if you don't, it doesn't matter how good you are. If you don't put in the time, then you'll be going like this. You see? This slow. The reason why I made this video is because Duolingo, Rosetta Stone or textbooks are not good parents. If they were a good parents, it would be a right to learn from them. You will have it easier, you will be more likely to learn Japanese. However, the problem is that they are not good parents. If you saw my video on why you shouldn't learn from Duolingo, Rosetta Stone or textbooks, I explained that these resources will learn you to unnatural Japanese. Unnatural Japanese is a way of speaking Japanese that makes real Japanese people cringe. They will teach you sentences that real Japanese people don't use, and you are going to be standing out by them. That's why you have to learn on your own, because when you are the master and you choose what you learn, you can choose properly and you can choose the things that will teach you how to speak properly. If you want me to help you with that, check the first link in the description, which will be a community for learners who are committed to learning this language and want to learn it my way. If you join my community, you'll be able to learn by yourself and other people who are inside can help you with that. So do I. If you liked my video and the advice helped you, you can write some nice comment. And same if you didn't understand something, just write a comment and I can look it up. Maybe I will respond to and help you. Goodbye.